real what it is. I mean, when we talk about relationships, man, that's the thing about relationships, man. And it's a subject that people, they'll talk about it, but they don't really want to get in depth with it, man. So, you know, you might be with somebody for a really long time, really long time, and then it's over. And you may feel like, you know, I'm glad that's over, because you want to move on, and then you find somebody else that's like everything you ever wanted, like everything in that significant other that you wanted, and so that becomes that treasure. And you know, one man's trash, the next man's treasure has always been around. It's always been part of, you know, American dialogue, especially just, you know, just in the urban setting. But at the end of the day, man, when it comes to relationships, there's massive amounts of people who have dealt with so many different aspects of relationships, man. Like cheating and how, you know, how cheating beats down relationships. You know, like you spend a whole bunch of time with somebody and think that.
Turn it down a little bit, Phil. You can turn it down just a little bit.
You spend a whole bunch of time with somebody, man, and you think that person is the one. And sometimes love makes you do things that love is a strong emotion, man. It makes you do things that you might not really be accustomed to doing. And a lot of people don't want to talk about that, but behind closed doors, love is a different monster. Out in public, love is another kind of monster. But love is love. And some people love hard, some people love soft. But no matter how it goes, there's going to be emotions involved. And that's why I chose to deal with this concept, man. Right now, I'm really into making concept albums. The album that I put out before this last year was called The Bank Attack. And that was, you know, just really getting at the whole banking industry and what the banking industry caused on all, you know, all of these communities of colors and housing and foreclosure and all of that. Displacement and everything. So that was a concept, because there's a lot of people in that market. You know what I mean? And my thing is always I want to make music that can reach a lot of people, so I try not to make music that's not acceptable to a massive amount of people, or at least a massive amount of people can relate to it, because that's half the battle. If I can put out something that you can relate to, then if I get you there, then I'm hoping that the music and the compilation of the music and the arrangement of the whole project and everything, I'm hoping that's enough to win you over as a fan of my music, or somebody that appreciates the music that I create. And yeah, I take great pride in that, man. So things that I deliver musically, I try to make sure it's of the best quality of what it can be for what I'm working with.
Man, that's some real powerful, meaningful subject matter you got going on right there, man.
Man, I've been around for a minute. You know, Almighty Aura Soul made, man. That's my history. Before that was the Body Rock MCs, all the way back with Big Chuck and everything. And, you know, so that's my roots, man. That's the cloth that I'm cut from. And that's where I come from. And throughout the years, we made great music, and that's where the passion of music came from. That's where the passion of music was harnessed and developed and nurtured, and you know, it was a great time when hip hop came out. We was right on the scene, and that's one thing, you know, for the Beam, that's what we represent. We represent a group of dudes who came up in the streets when hip hop first hit the scene. Not hip hop was already out for 30 years or something like that. And back in 79, 78, 79, when hip hop first hit the scene, we was right there on top of it. Check your history, man. I ain't gotta be bragging and getting on camera and going all crazy. I'm a grown ass man. I don't fuck around with all of that. But at the end of the day, man, we did musically and made a lot of classics as far as I'm concerned. We covered a lot of ground. as far as music goes out here in the world, not just locally, but out here in the world. I already know still getting royalty checks for being my today.
Believe that.
It's an honor to still be in the game, man, and still have the hunger to make good music, have the hunger to not try to do what others are doing, you know what I mean? I try to stay away from what everybody's doing, and that's not even to say that they're doing something wrong. It's just to say I don't like to get in lanes that are overcrowded, and I'm not even saying that the concept of these these two albums right here. I'm not even trying to say I'm the first dude to make a concept album about relationships or however it may be, but I'm saying I'm twice styled. Making an album about that concept, and this is how I feel about it. That's all I'm saying. You're gonna either like it, you're gonna either love it, or you're gonna either hate it. Either way it goes, I gotta accept it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what I'm giving to y'all. I'm willing to take that chance. You see, y'all rock with me. You see what happens.
Either way, they can't miss you.
Yeah, you can't miss. I honestly feel like, when we went in about a year ago, coming up on a year, we started this project, and I really just came in here. I think I told Drew I was gonna do 12 songs, something like that.
One album.
Yeah, I told you, something like that, man. Originally, that was the thought, to go in here, do a little concept album about trials and tribulations. It wasn't even called Trials and Tribulationships then. It was just like something like love something in lyrics. I can't even remember, but it was Love Lies in Lyrics or something. But it was something that came to my mind, a concept. And I was like, with all of this reality TV out there, I just seen how many people were tuned into relationships and what's going, and how much people are really tuned into what's going on with someone else's relationship. And so that just makes me think, whatever you go through, there's a million other people that go through the same thing. So why not put that out there? But we came in here, started doing 12. Focus on 12, man. 12 turned into 18, 18 turned into 21, 21 turned into, and went on to about, we did close to 40 songs.
Took a life of his own.
Because, the artists I started feeling as beats I started getting from producers, man. I started hearing Acrobatic, Man Terror, Bay Holla, Dutch Rebel, Jimmy Black Sheep, Black Skull, Latia LaRock. Now man, I don't want to leave nobody out, man. Bass players came in playing the bass. DJ Drew on many productive beats on there, produced by him. Come on, who else, man? I don't want to
man, let him get the album, man. Let him get surprised, man.
Listen, man. I swear, every artist that I called came through, and someone like Dutch Rebel, when she comes in, man, she's so focused. She comes in and goes in the booth. She's like a lion, creeping around the studio, going in the booth and just lifts it up and comes back out like nothing ever happened. It's crazy. And Latia LaRock, man, honestly. Oh man, she's so amazing. I be having so many, when I'm creating songs, man, she comes across my mind so much because she's so versatile. I like to consider myself versatile when it comes to music, and so I appreciate that when I see that in an artist, especially like a female artist. It's even like, for me, it's an extra whipped cream on top. When a female artist is creative, she's like very, very, very creative, man. Like, no joke. Amazingly creative, and that's not to take anything away from anyone else that's on the project, man. But a lot of them in their own way. Mr. Keys is on there, just as I'm thinking like that. I'm just trying to get them names out there, but they all got their, even him, he got his own style singing, man. And he came in, man, and got on some songs that was already 90% done, and then actually like 75% done, and he came in and added the other 25% to it that made it, but a big 25%. You know what I'm saying? Like that finished it off and polished off the song and made it hot. The song called Something Better. That's another joint y'all gonna be hearing as we start leaking what's going on with these albums. But I swear, man, they all got their own style and they're all very, very talented. And you should check for them because they all got their own projects. There's a couple of young artists. My nephew Easy Swayze's on there. He made it on there on a song called Jealousy. Who else, man? We got some other singers on there. I said Celeste Simpson. Definitely a talented artist. So you gonna get a chance to see, like, you know, I tried to get everybody, you know, and it's not. I wouldn't even say it's a compilation album, man. It's just really me trying to. Me respecting the music that I'm hearing and respecting the grind that I'm seeing from these artists that are out here now that's doing, you know, they're doing this music thing. I respect that, and when I see hunger that I may have once had at a certain time, a certain hunger for a certain situation, because all hungers are different. My hunger now is still hunger, but I'm not as hungry in the way that I was hungry when I was like 19 or 21 or 22 or something. When I had my first daughter or something like that. I'm not hungry in that fashion, but I'm definitely still hungry, and it's a different channel kind of hunger. And that's what you gotta do to grow with music and be relevant. You have to have the ability to modify whatever you're doing, man. Like, and that's not saying to abandon what made you you. You keep the core of what made you you, but you gotta modify that. It's just like modifying a whip. You go buy the whip from the dealer, but when you take it, you throw some AMGs on it, or you throw a wide body kit on it, or you throw some lights on it, or you throw a system in it. You're doing something to modify it, but you still keeping that car, the base work, that